Hey, what is up, guys? I am Hippie. I want to welcome you back to a brand new episode of HSCraft Survival for you guys today. So, I know that was probably one of my longest intros. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know why it went so slow. But, um, we finished the house
We all don't
and
know.
nobody knows. We're gonna have a Throwback Thursday episode today. We're gonna hang out and talk about some stuff while we do some caving. That's something I don't really do a lot on YouTube, but we're gonna do it today. So we just finished up the house. I didn't do any of this, so everything on here is hers, and I really like this building. It's really spooky. Like, look at the freaking roof. That's awesome. Um, so she did a really good job. We're gonna use this little field behind her and on the sides of her for nether wart and melons later. But right now she's going to make some torches. I'm going to put my stuff away, and then we're gonna go check out this really big cave back on the corner of the island. We're gonna do a little bit of a mining episode, digging episode, getting some minerals and minerals,
Minerals,
Marie.
Marie! Oh my
And we're
god! We're meant
gonna
for each other!
and we're gonna talk about road tripping and long car rides and stuff like that because I know that's a huge thing in my family. We do that a lot. So I want to find out if Bree does that a lot too.
Next time on What Did
Next
Bree
time
Do?
on What Did Bree Do? Bree, did
What'd you
you do
do?
this? Bree, tell us. What'd you do? All right, so Jesus Christ, you got torches? You got food?
I have 30 steak, my neighbor.
You got a bucket of water?
Heck yeah, dude.
All right, let's go. Um, so we talked about this. I like how okay, this is one thing that's always awkward for me as a person who makes YouTube videos, and I wonder if it's a thing that's awkward for everybody, or if it's just something that's just okay with some people. We talk about what we're gonna do in our videos before we do them, right?
Yeah.
So if I were just to be like, "Tell me, did you do a lot of road trips?" I would already know the answer to that,
Yeah,
right?
because we kind of talked
Because we
about it
kind of
before the
talked about it.
video.
So it's awkward for me
But
to
I
ask that.
actually have more up my sleeve for the
Oh,
viewers.
but I wonder if people are YouTubers are ever like completely explaining their idea and then they're like, "All right, let's start off. So tell me, have you ever done this?" And they completely know the
Oh
answer
yeah,
already.
like interviews maybe? Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So that's always bugged
it's
me with
cheating.
YouTube,
It's
and I've always
cheating.
tried to do a way to do it without that instead of being like, "Did you ever take car rides?"
Oh my
Instead, what I
gosh.
would just do is
Imagine
start telling
like
you about it.
interviewing Alan Becker without recording and then having to re interview him again. Like, I don't
Oh, that would be
understand why it's
awkward. Okay, so we found this huge cave. So, car rides, big car rides, and road trips were always a thing for me as a kid. Ever since I can remember. For instance, before I can even remember things, we were already taking these long car rides. Um, ow! You smacked me into the coal.
really long car rides, right?
Yeah, when I was 2, my parents took us to New Mexico. And apparently we like stood on top of a dormant volcano and they grabbed like a little lava rock and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I don't remember that. But that's just always been a really big thing in my family was um, car rides and road trips and stuff like that. And I just find it weird whenever I hear people that haven't
Well,
done that.
we don't do that anymore because my mom has fibromyalgia and all types of things that holds her back from doing things that like us want to do because not I'm not saying she holds us back, but I'm
No,
saying how it it kind of like I don't know,
like holds
like
her back from doing it.
it
Yeah,
holds
I
her back
gotcha.
from doing
Um,
things.
yeah, I like that's actually one thing that I have a problem with now is because, listen, I'm a young guy, but my body's already screwed up. Like,
Yeah,
I got a really
'cause
bad back, and being a really big guy, like we have a normal size car, but me being in my car, like my knees are under my chin, and like, it's just like,
like we the last time we went as a vacation together was going to South Carolina,
yeah,
and my mom just she couldn't be in a car for such a long time
yeah,
because like she gets claustrophobic and she doesn't like being in a car for a really long time. But when she didn't really have that much of a problem,
hmm
we went to Florida,
yeah,
which is For me, I live in Pennsylvania, so we just went down the whole East Coast,
Yeah, road trip the whole
and
way, right?
yeah, and that was fun because we went to Disney World and went to Legoland and all that stuff. That was really
Yeah.
fun. And then I road tripped Pennsylvania to North Carolina at the Outer Banks recently.
Yeah, that was just like a few
Which,
months ago, right? I think
yeah,
yeah, we were talking all about that on YouTube. I
I
remember that.
didn't mind that. I was up the whole time, almost the whole time,
Yeah.
for
I
most of that.
I can sleep in cars, but I don't get tired in cars. Um
I do.
like I don't really take naps and stuff in the car. Like, okay, for instance, when we meet, we have a 23-hour road trip. Um
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm probably going to take a nap somewhere along those, but my family's crazy in the way that they do driving because we've planned it out to where we can freaking get to you in 2 days of driving.
Yeah.
That's 12 hours of driving each day.
Hmm.
And that's just like a thing. Like my dad, he's always done like long driving. I don't know why. I guess, I don't know. Are dads like that? Is that what dads do? They take
My
these.
dad doesn't like I always in the middle of the night when I was little we'd go out like just for a drive.
Yeah, us too.
But my dad doesn't want to like anymore.
Oh,
Like
well.
he's just too busy with work and my mom works and
Yeah.
they just don't we don't really have a
I
time.
guess that's kind of
I
the
mean,
same thing with me. Like, I would remember, like, when I was little, like, up until about 12, 13, somewhere around there. Um, my family would just come and freaking wake me up, and they'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna go to." I shouldn't say the town because then people know exactly where I live. Um, but they'd be
Chickenville.
like, "We're just gonna drive to Chickenville, and we're gonna get ice cream. Do you want to go?" And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and
That's what I want
I'd
to
be
do.
like, "Okay." And so we just go freaking Chickenville to get ice cream at McDonald's because McDonald's ice cream is probably the only one that's serving ice cream at 2 in the morning. Um,
Oh, heck no. Every time I go,
Yeah,
like,
now
really late at night,
that was never a
ice
freaking
cream
thing when I
characters
was growing
never
up.
have.
I would grow up and get freaking ice cream Sundays at 3 o'clock in the morning every night.
Nope,
Now they turn
never
off
here.
their ice cream
Ever.
machines past 6 o'clock in the evening or something like that. So there's like
Swear to God,
regulation.
I feel like they get
Yeah,
lazy.
Chickenville McDonald's is like the only one out there that
Frick
like we
them.
have to drive to Chickenville
Chickenville's a
because
legend.
like, listen, I'm trying to replace the town's name, but I'm being serious. Chickenville is the only freaking place that has their ice cream machines running 24/7. So you got to go to freaking
Yeah, that
Chickenville if you want ice cream at
Chickenville,
night. Um,
those Chickenvillers are
yeah.
legends.
But I don't know. I'm excited and I'm nervous to do a road trip to meet you because um
Nervous.
I love road
I
trips.
might get really
Would you
bitchy.
really? Oh God. He's yelling at
I
me.
don't know, just being in a car for a long time. I'd probably get really,
Oh
because I
God.
get car sick.
Um But I'm excited and I'm nervous. I'm excited because I like road trips, I do. But I'm nervous because the last time I took a big road trip was I went to Wyoming to meet some of my dad's really, really old friends that he's known for like 20 something years, 30 something years. So we went and saw them and that was 6 hours of driving. We stayed there for two
Yeah.
or 3 hours and then we did 6 more hours of driving back home. So we didn't stay in Wyoming that night. We drove to Wyoming, we met them, and then we
Well,
drove back. I know we woke up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. We got home at almost 9 at night. So
oh, we need
yeah,
iron
I've
too.
been grabbing all the iron. So I'm excited about that. But the problem was at that time I was 6'1" or so, 6 foot, and we had a really small car, and so
What car are you guys gonna take to
um
Pennsylvania?
I don't know actually. Like my parents have been talking about they want to get like a freaking an RV.
An RV would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, I found an abandoned mine down here. This might be the one that we found over on the other side. But
Yeah.
if they do decide to do an RV, that would be freaking beast. But
Yeah, 'cause it wouldn't be too
yeah,
squished
but if
and
they don't, then just our normal car,
uh,
which is a normal sized car. It's just I don't know. You got some limitations being a 6 foot plus guy, and now I think I'm getting even freaking taller, and I think I'm in like the 6'3" range, 6'4" range even. So
oh, there's a
um,
chest.
it's gonna be a little bit
Oh, wait.
like just I don't know, irritating to get there. But It's worth it, right? Because like we'll get the meat and stuff, and it's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
No, I was
Right, go,
wondering.
go, 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 go. What is that? Oh, that's a torch. Um, so is that like the biggest road trip that you ever took was
Oh,
from
from what?
PA to Florida? Hmm.
Florida?
How
Yep.
long did that take you, or you don't remember because you were little?
Uh, 9 to 10
Oh wow.
hours.
So yeah, that's a pretty decent road trip.
Uh, PA to
Oh my god.
North Carolina only took like. Jesus Christ! Abort! Only took 8 hours.
Okay, watch out for the skelly bell. 8 hours? That was it? Oh yeah, I guess it was. But I don't know. It felt really weird because you were messaging me every once in a while whenever you get service, and
Yeah.
it's not like what it is in Colorado, like it is in Pennsylvania. You would like
Yeah.
text me and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm in Pennsylvania." 30 minutes later, you text me and you're like, "I'm in Maryland." And 2 hours later,
They're
you're
really
like, "I'm
close.
in
I live
Virginia."
in Central. They're really squished
Yeah.
together. Like if you see on the map, they're very, very close
Yeah, it took
states.
me
Virginia is very large, so that's why it took a long time to get through Virginia to North
yeah.
Carolina.
We went from central Colorado to southern Wyoming, which is the state right above us, and it took us 5 hours.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, this is insane. Their states must be so small. I didn't realize it, but
It was so fun though. I was like, hey,
yeah,
I'm
it
in
was really
Maryland. I
weird.
was watching it.
I think we've been through this area. We can grab this coal though since we need it. But I don't know. I just didn't really notice it that your states are so small.
Yeah,
But
very small. We have very, very small
I'm
states.
excited
It's
though
really
because in total, I've been in Kansas. Didn't remember it. I was too young. I was in Wyoming. I remember that. We were in New Mexico. I don't remember that. And Colorado. That's it.
I've been Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. I've been in New York a couple
But
times.
I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna go from about being in 3 states to we're gonna be in about 15 states by the end of it because you're gonna be road
Yeah.
tripping back, of course, with
Oh
us.
God.
So um, I don't know. It's just gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna get to see a lot of states and go through a lot of different places and experience a lot of different type places.
I hope we don't get lost.
Oh no, it'll be fine. I don't know why, but my parents seem to have this freaking.
No, not I mean, in this
Oh,
game.
okay. Well, we're not gonna get lost in person either, because for some reason my freaking parents have this really weird, good sense of direction without knowing where we are. And by that I mean one time we went up to this place, and no, it
Was
was
it Chicken
past Chickenville, way past it. I have never been anywhere near it. It's like
Rooster?
Cowton, um,
Oh,
Cowtown, yeah.
Calville.
And we passed like Piglin, and all these different places,
Big.
right? And so we're passing these places, and we're like, okay, we recognize that town. And then eventually we get to a place, and we're like, my mom's like, I don't know where this is. And she's like, she asked my dad, she's like, where is this? And he's like, I don't know. We're like, oh, okay. And then eventually we find this dirt road, like that follows the freaking
Yeah.
Arkansas River. Okay, and we could only drive 5 miles an hour on this road because the road is falling apart and falling into the river. And so we're going on this, and it's the most bumpy road I've ever heard. Like legitimately going across it, you hear doo 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 doo. That's your wheels. And so we're driving. About 3 hours later, we haven't gotten to the end of this road, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
where are we? My dad's like, well, maybe we'll know one of the towns that it comes out into. We're like, okay. 3 hours later, we find a paved road.
Oh my God, babe! I found our
Oh
entrance.
God, yeah. Yeah.
Are we
Let's start
done?
heading up. We'll start. Oh, let's grab this coal right here, and then we can start heading up. But my dad finds this road, and it's a paved road, and we start going on it, and it's like an actual road. But this road, even though it's a good road, nobody on it. Like no cars at all. It's midday on a weekend, nobody. And so we're like, okay, and we keep going, keep going. We find this town,
Okay.
and we're like, oh, well, let's see what the name of the town is. Nobody's heard of it, right? We can't find it on our Colorado
Freaking
maps. We can't. No, it's like
Donkeyville.
Higginlim, right? It's not even like okay,
Higgin.
because
The heck
so
is a Higgin?
this is how something
No.
works, right? In Colorado, the towns are named after a lot of Indian names because yeah,
Animals.
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 So like for instance, if you got a town called Donkey Lane, right? You're expecting the next town to be like Chickenville, right? That's just how it works here.
Yeah.
However,
Or
we
roosters, yeah.
find this freaking town that has this weird, like, I swear to God, the Pilgrims named it, and they kept that name ever since. And the buildings in there didn't get remade. Like we're going through we're driving past houses that these people are living in that looks like it should be abandoned. And the people are out on their porches watching us as we drive by. And you ever see those horror movies where the people are giving you these just death grins?
Mhm.
It's like, "Howdy, I'm gonna eat you." That type of thing. That's what it was like.
Joe.
And we're driving and we're like, "Should we stop and ask these people for directions?" And then we look at the people and we see that and we're like, "Never mind. I'd rather be lost." And so we were lost and we were driving for about 2 or 3 more hours and then eventually we recognize a name of a town. But it's 40 miles in the other direction. So we start driving there, and then we can get on a main highway and start heading back to where we actually recognize. And we did make it home alive, but yeah, we found freaking rednecks that looked like they would try to eat us or something like that. Hi. Yeah,
That's all of where I live in.
but yeah, it was
Yeah.
I don't know how we always just managed to find our way around. But should we stick together and get out of here? Okay.
Let's get
Oh,
out of
okay.
here.
Um, but yeah, that's about it. Road trips have always been a really big thing in my family. Um, I want to start doing something that hopefully will let the people watching kind of try to interact a bit more. So, if you guys want, you can tell us your favorite road trip stories from your family, and we'll give them a read, and,
Yeah.
we'll maybe respond
Where
to
have
them and
you been?
kind of talk to you guys. I just want to figure out some more ways to talk to you guys a bit more, and
The internet.
I guess kind of get some more interaction going between us and you. So that's probably going to go ahead and do it though for now. I have been Hippie, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, so if you want to see the last episode of this series, go ahead and click that big box up in the top left. If you want to check out who was the last subscriber of the week, click the top right. And for some random video, you can click the bottom right.